to Deadlands Reloaded. This is session 5. For starters, Gwen will be joining us late, as we already discussed. And now let's do the recap. Last time, you guys are still slugging it out with a nest of Nosferatu that have infected the town of Bisbee. You've teamed up with a pair of wanted drifters, Dan and Sean Springfield, who seem to have knowledge of these sort of things, and gave y'all's the weakness of the Nosferatu, which is a shot to, or a stab to the heart. So far, you believe there are 8 of them, and you have killed how many? 3, 4?
We've killed like
4.
4.
Killed 4 of them, so there's 4 left. So, you guys know they're going to be coming out because you thwarted their every 7 days they were coming out to get a victim to drain his blood and convert him to a Nosferatu, and you guys interrupted that by saving Mad Dog, and that means that they are hungry and looking to expand their ranks. So they will be coming out again tonight, probably in force because you guys went into their lair and had a shootout. And so you're expecting a whole bunch of them, so you convince the townsfolk to all move into the saloon this night and hide, and 11 of those townsfolk have taken up arms to join you.
I'm also going to ask that we consolidate some lanterns from around town, since people aren't going to be out and about, just so we can have a nice little field of lighting.
Yeah, alright, so you create an area of light. Now, one thing I failed to mention last time, or maybe I caught it at the very end, I don't remember, but I gave y'all 2 experience. I was supposed to give y'all 2 experience last Monday.
Yeah, something about we missed some and we're supposed to follow up later, and you said we were just going to wait until another time.
So get 2 experience. What does that bring you up to?
5.
5? Alright, in that case, you guys get to advance.
Yep, that sounds familiar. You said that last time.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna take a swig of this here water.
The only way to drink.
And now let's advance for the first time. Alright, so, unfortunately we're gonna have to do this all over again when Goldfish gets here. Goldfish being Gwen. But, that's alright. So, advancing. Advancing is pretty simple. Every 5 points accumulated grants a hero an advance. An advance lets a character do one of the following. Oh, hey, nope. Gwen is here.
Yep, that's what I was trying to tell you.
Excellent. So, Gwen, go ahead and get roll 20. You guys got 2 experience last session, which means you are advancing. So, we're going over advance. So, if you can get into roll 20 and follow along.
Feeling it in the butt.
Alright, so when you advance, which you just now are, you can do one of the following. Gain a new edge. Or, increase a skill that is equal to or greater than its linked attribute by 1 die type. Or, increase 2 skills that are lower than their linked attributes by 1 die type each. Or, buy a new skill at D4. Or, increase 1 attribute by 1 die type. You can only choose that final option once every rank. And you are currently the rank of novice. You will hit seasoned at experience points 20. So on your 4th advance you'll be seasoned. So you can only choose the final one, which is to raise an attribute once per rank. So once within this one and the next 2 advances. Any questions so far?
Nope.
Did anyone happen to look over what they want between Monday and this Monday?
I didn't know we were going to get the experience. I didn't know we were advancing.
And we already know what I want.
Oh, you already know what you want? What are you getting?
Conviction.
Right, okay, you're getting the edge conviction?
Yes.
Awesome.
No, I'll tell you right now, Jake, it's going to be between lowering up an attribute or picking an edge.
Alright, so, since Newt Guy aka Lewis, already has his choice. I was gonna have you guys do an interlude before kicking off tonight's action, and since Lewis, you already picked your trait, I'm gonna have you be the tonight's interlude. So we're gonna start this session off with an interlude. It's kind of weird to start a session that way, but I mean we are in the middle of an adventure, so. So first, I'm gonna deal fate chips to everybody. Nope, that's
So
not what I wanted to do.
I have to take the edge
Why did I
power
only-
to gain it.
What the hell? Sorry, I'm fucking with this. Deal 3 cards to all players. There we go. Alright, sorry, what were you saying?
So the only way that I gain spells is by taking the edge new power.
Correct.
That sucks.
Correct. Think of it as, you know, like a normal fighter character such as Mad Dog. He would take an edge. If he would take an edge, he'd probably take a combat edge, which would give him new options in combat. Whereas you, as a spellcaster, if you took the new power edge, you're getting new options in combat. So it's a 1-for-1.
Okay, so
And I only start with 3.
Powers, yes. You can also raise your power points, unless
I already took that one.
right, and you can only take it once per rank. So if you already took it, then you can't take it again until seasoned. What were you about to say, Gwen?
I'm trying to catch up here because I am not an auditory person. So I can take an edge, level up an attribute,
Yes. And
or what else?
you can also increase a skill that is equal to or greater than its linked attribute by 1 die type. Or you can increase 2 skills that are lower than their linked attributes by 1 die each. Or you can buy a new skill at D4. So, while you guys deal with that, and if anyone has any questions, just message me, and I'm gonna go ahead and do an interlude with Lewis. Lewis, you ready for an interlude?
Well, since you're gonna draw a card, I can't really be ready, but I'm gonna be as ready as I can.
You're not wrong.
I am.
Now I just need to find the right page. Because I don't have this memorized yet. I know.
91.
Alright, so. Flip the card. Hearts is love. Speak fondly of the character's greatest love. Lost, found, or waiting on him back home. What is her name? Where does she live? Why is the traveler not with her now? Doesn't have to be...
Why does it have to be a woman?
Well, yeah, it doesn't have to be a woman, it doesn't have to be a... Well, using the she pronoun is usually... I don't know.
Let's discuss if he's a gay
That's
lover or not.
sexist. Okay, Jacob?
It has to pick one or the other. Like,
Well, it could say they. But,
I don't know.
it doesn't
Love
have
his
to,
dog.
you know, be your greatest love. Could just be your most recent love. Some kind of relationship.
Okay. Trying to think of something.
Let me know when you guys have made your decision on what you're gonna pick for your advance.
Yeah, alrighty. Just looked at something.
Well, mine's probably not gonna be as explicit as our Mad Dog Willis, but it's still... I guess I could come up with the following, which is before Lewis go over his little trade.
But you would say this in
he
character.
added... Sorry?
You would say this in character.
Yeah. Well, that's what he... I prefer to get the third person in a case like this.
Okay,
But
sure.
yeah, he's saying this in character. So before Lewis took on his little trade, as you know, the skull painted on his face, the fact that he calls upon the spirits, whether you believe in that or not, to to do different things, such as remove curses and stuff like that. You know, the stuff people usually do not believe in. He used to court a girl from not like no nobility, but still like high class kind of girl. And things were going rather well, aside from the fact that he came from a rather poor background himself. But it was still acceptable. However, things took a drastic turn when he discovered basically what is his fate now with the Loas and the spirits. Of course, he doesn't like that. That's how he calls them. However, you want to see them as, it does not matter. And when he took on the trade, the family of his love was not really interested in such things, and first tried to get her away from him, and then cast him away completely, banning him from their property, banning him from even coming in contact with his love. And he hopes that one day he can get his trade to be known, at least maybe not believed, but known enough that it's accepted in common communities, so that he may eventually return in the hope that his long lost love is still available. And her name was Jessica.
Jessica or Jessie?
Yes.
Jessica.
Jessica with the Y.
Jessica with the Y.
Yes, he remembers that fondly. He remembers that fondly.
Awesome. Awesome. Alright, well, you get a fate chip.
Yeah, go work, new guy. It was pretty hot.
Yeah. Steamy. So how are you guys? Was that interlude enough time?
I took Brawny. Yeah,
You
I took Brawny.
Took Brawny. Alright.
+1 to my toughness. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't think. And 8 times my load limit.
Gotcha.
There was a power or an edge, I'm sorry, I was looking for that allowed me to recharge my power points faster. The life of me, I cannot.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't remember
called,
which book it was in. Like, it reduces the time from every 3
I know what
hours
you're
to
talking
every
about.
2 hours.
It's called Rapid Recharge. It requires Seasoned.
Yeah, I thought I remember it having like 3 stages to it.
It has 2 stages,
Like you
Seasoned and then Veteran. So it's Rapid Recharge and Improved Rapid Recharge. So, I guess that's on the wish list. Alright, so. I know you guys are all, your attention is divided. But I don't want this to just be...
I don't even remember what you're talking about, Jacob.
Oh, well. Sorry. Let me,
It's been a while. I have to read through this stuff real quick to remember.
I wish I could change the load limit, but whatever.
Okay. I think you wanted something in the player's guide. Let me find it. New edges.
I don't know, I'm scrolling through both books right now. It's ridiculous.
Right, yeah. I believe you wanted... Card Sharp.
Okay, yeah, I think it was Card Sharp. I don't know, I'm torn between that or lock picking, but
The skill. Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I would
But I
only
don't
take...
know if
I mean,
we've
the only
actually-
reason to take Card Sharp is if you plan on cheating at cards. Jeez, you have a shit ton of skills.
I know, right?
10 skills? Fucking hell.
I wanted to try to cover all my bases.
Bill can get your ass handed to you.
Yeah, but you do. That does mean you have a lot of D4s. So what you might want to take is the one that lets you raise 2 of those D4s to D6s.
Jack of all trades. I think it's Jack of all trades.
Well, there's also Jack of all. No, Jack of all trades wouldn't help her considering how many skills she already has. Because Jack of all trades just means you basically get a free D4 in any unskilled skill that involves the linked attribute smarts. But I believe it requires the smarts of like D10, which she only has a D8. So yes, smarts D10.
Oh, just got the
So yeah, I mean,
What
you,
is-
Yeah, I'll go ahead and raise 2 skills today. And then later, if I feel compelled to still take Card Shark, I can.
would you like a suggestion on which 2 skills?
I'm thinking Notice and probably Shooting. But what are your suggestions?
I was definitely gonna say shooting, and then I was gonna say guts.
Guts would be a good one as well. Oh, yeah, I'll go ahead and go with Guts.
Okay. Is there a place you can record?
Because that seems to get me in the most.
Oh, I'm fucking with all your shit.
No, like, it keeps moving around and I'm wondering if I'm going crazy.
You are.
Oh wow, that's pretty shitty.
Alright. Go for it. Oh, you already did it. Alright.
I already did. GG?
G and his friend G.
Because we're the OGG, yo.
No.
We are the OGG.
Alright, so you guys got 11 townsfolk at your disposal, and if you recall, I don't know if I said this on the stream, but I'm gonna give them all, like, they all have different firearms, right? You know? But just for ease of everything, I'm going to give them all double-barreled shotguns. Which will give them all the +2 shooting bonus, which is going to be really nice because they only have a D4 in shooting because they're just townsfolk. Now, since there's 11 of them and 4 of you, I have already decided how they're... And there goes Zico.
That was quick.
Yeah, Mad Dog just dropped. Okay, well, I've already decided how we're going to divide it up. So, Gwen, Decker, and Lewis, you guys are each going to have 3 townsfolk to control whenever we're in combat. And Mad Dog, once he gets back, he will get the odd 2. Since Mad Dog, as he likes to point out,
Why are they
hates
odd?
groups. Well, technically they're even.
Why can't my town people be odd? I'm sorry. I haven't been home for very long, so I'm still on edge.
You're afraid you're going to get jumped?
Probably. You can't trust this catfish I live next to.
Mad Dog, welcome back. Or not. I see you in TeamSpeak. Don't lie to me. Can't hide. Alright, well, so that's Gwen. So we're just waiting on Decker to pick his... No surprise there, we're waiting on Decker to pick his advance.
Why?
You should have
Did
told him ahead
Why?
of time.
Because every time you level up your Warlock when we played D&D, it took you like 4 weeks to decide what spells you wanted to take.
And he is awesome. He is an unstoppable killing machine unless he ends up fighting Nadar, in which case he's probably going to get hit with 2 disintegrate rays. But other than that, he is relatively unstoppable.
Well, except that Disintegrate's
know,
a
I
deck
could put up a
save,
good
and
fight.
Indigo had a lot of decks.
He
But
does,
now we're
yes.
just talking about something that the audience has no idea what, you know.
Sure, which is, yeah, completely. But anyway, I do want to ask you this since we're talking about that. I was thinking
No!
about taking True Grit.
Oh, True
No,
Grit?
brother, about my character here. Yeah. And then I was going to ask, what
Do you
does
have a Spirit
Grit
of
do when
Nicholas?
you're rolling? When you're rolling for scary people?
Your grit is, every point of grit adds to your guts rolls
It adds to your guts.
against fear
So
checks.
it's like a +1, +2.
Yeah. So your default grit is equal to your rank if you numbered them. So as a novice you have grit 1. Once you hit seasoned you'll have grit 2. Once you hit veteran you have grit 3. Heroic grit 4, and finally legendary you'll have grit 5.
Oh, I didn't realize there's that many ranks. I thought there's only 3.
There are
That's
5
pretty
ranks.
cool, too. Okay, so I'm going to take that.
All right, he took True Grit. You have
because it
Spirit
also
8
helps
plus?
with my. I'm sorry.
You have Spirit D8 plus?
Yes,
Okay.
and it also. So I just put it in the edge, and then do I just up my grit, like
Yeah,
just plus
up your
one
grit.
somewhere?
I mean, write it in the edge so you know where it comes from if you
I'm going
backtrack.
to.
All right, cool. So that's that. Everybody's advanced. So just to recap, we've got Mad Dog took Brawny, Lewis took Conviction, Gwen upped her guts and upped her shooting, and Decker took True Grit. Now you're ready to be in a John Wayne movie.
Why is that?
Yay!
Because John Wayne was in a western called True Grit.
Oh, okay.
I believe that's what
I have two wounds.
the Edge is referencing.
I like the other version better.
Which there's another version?
Yeah, with the dude.
The Dude.
The dude.
The dude.
And one black guy
I
in the
can't
corner.
remember his name at this moment, but I know he's the dude.
You know him as the Dude.
I know him as many things, but I think everybody knows him as the dude.
So I also get an extra card for every level of grit whenever I do deal with the devil.
Wait, what?
Whenever I do deal with the devil, I get one bonus. So I get 5-card draw, and then I get +1 card for every grit. So I
Is
was.
that something that True Grit gives you?
No. That's just a deck. That's just in the description of
Oh, okay.
deal
Cool.
with the devil. Now I get 7 cards to make a hand
All right.
with.
So I'm gonna take y'all over to here. Also, this is our intro music. That's kind of like our catch-all. So let's do our location-specific music because you guys are in Bisbee. So you guys see the map, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the saloon.
Yes.
The upstairs of the saloon is crammed with all the townsfolk. However, you do have access to the balcony. This is the balcony, which means it's above. So that piece is going to be above everyone else. I know it may be confusing, but try to deal with it. So here's your 2 allies, and here's your 11 townsfolk. And so I'm going to change their colors to match each of your colors based on who gets what. So
I think we
Mad
have to take
Dog.
care. Oh,
You're
we have
gonna
to take control like 3.
Everyone's gonna take control of 3 except for you, Mad Dog. You're only gonna control 2 because you hate groups.
Hmm.
But he likes
And they're
ordering people around, so
There
he's a
you
little
go. I
upset.
took yellow. That way.
Yellow.
I
go
never
for
said I liked it.
And then after I actually change all these ores, I'm actually going to give control of them to you. All right. Which
And put it
purple
in there,
is
but
that? Is that just like this purple? Sure.
Put it pink in the worst.
I'm dead.
Hollywood Undead?
I don't know, but they're a good band.
Can't tell which color of purple that is, Decker. Why'd you have to be difficult? Is that even on here? Oh, is it this one? Sure. We'll go with that one. So the way having extras under your command works, right, is they don't necessarily in character are following your character, but
Yeah.
you as a player are controlling them in combat, and they're obviously fighting on your side. So.
Whoever
Alright,
the
so,
leader is.
Lewis and Mad Dog, I've given you control of your tokens, so if you want to... Oh, I should put you guys on the map too, so that you guys can... you guys can move yourselves.
That most of the civilians have shotguns, right?
They all have double-barreled shotguns, yes.
Okay. I'll be the last one to move.
So I'm only using like music that has. Okay, all of you should have control of all your tokens. I'm only using music that has that's like been proved to be used on Roll20. You know, I'm not like looking for music. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And there's a surprising lack of like Western themed music. I wanted some like high noon duel music. Couldn't find
Where's
it.
the front door of the inn?
Okay, so the front door's
Probably under
underneath
the
the
balcony.
balcony.
Aha! I win. Wait. Ah, shit, I got too long. Oh, time to play pussy.
So this is the next night,
Yes.
or is this later that afternoon or later that evening? Because this would have been the same day that we hit the caves, right?
Yes. So it's that night.
Okay.
Actually, I'm wounded, so fuck that shit.
So I'm sorry to have to keep asking, but so that was about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and then what time?
What
Would you
time's the fight
say-
happening?
Well, about what time is it now that we're getting ready? We'll just go based off of that.
Oh, okay. So you guys are getting ready probably around sundown. Which, given that this is summer, sundown is pretty late. So I'll just throw out a number and say it's 7:30 to 8.
Oh, that's late.
Excellent.
Hey, when you have a kid that's late, that's his bedtime, damn it.
Whatever,
Okay.
it's bedtime when
Then
you're a
if you could
grown
let me
adult.
know when it gets to like 10 or 11 o'clock at night, that'd be great too.
Gwen, are you gonna partake in the
Well,
movement?
because
with
my
the pieces?
PowerPoints come back every 3 hours.
Gwen's
Hear
dead.
that, goldfish?
Oh, Gwen,
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
you gotta
do what?
set your
You
shit
take
up.
control of your NPC, you gonna set up?
You sit outside. I don't think you're as hard as Mad Dog, dude. I think you'll get ripped up.
You don't know me.
So,
I feel
these
pretty
5
certain about
hexes
that.
are the balcony.
I
Oh,
guess
yeah,
we're
that's
gonna
the
be up on the
balcony.
balcony.
Which is
yes.
like upstairs, but inside.
Upstairs, well,
if
yeah.
they
it's-
can fly, you're gonna be on your own.
Basically, the
can
upstairs is
fly, I'm
filled
running
with the
back in
townsfolk
and
except for the
hiding.
balcony. So everyone that's in
Right.
the building is downstairs. Everyone's on the balconies. Well, obviously on the balcony, but there's no one. No one in the battle is going to be on the second floor, other than the balcony.
You know what?
Right. So the
Everyone
people are
guy
gonna
up
be down
there.
here? I'm confused.
No, you're good there. You're good there, Gwen.
Okay.
I
I'm
wanna-
keeping all of my people together so that I can.
Firing line this shit.
So. Okay.
What's up?
There's so
I guess
many
this
square-
this sheet here that says townsfolk is the one we will use for the townsfolk.
Yes. If you look in your
You're
journals, there
magical.
should be a townsfolk.
I know, right?
You all have control over it, so should be good. I already added the +2 to their shooting rolls because they all have shotguns.
I want to have an opportunity to kind of like prep everybody, like with a speech, would
Like
or
gamble?
instruction. Everybody's done moving their pieces around.
We're never done.
Well, I mean, it's gonna start off with me just talking to my guys, and then if I see that I'm getting everybody else's attention, I'll kind of turn out so everybody else can hear me. I will instruct my men that they're going to see something extremely frightening tonight. No matter how you decide to handle that, whether it be kiss yourself or clench your teeth and say, "I'm gonna shoot this motherfucker." Aim for the heart. Put it down for good. But if you can't, good old shot anywhere. Stop these creatures dead in their tracks. You can do that. I promise you. Everybody that showed up with hear us today, finish the job. You shoot him, you keep him in place, we'll kill him. But if you can land a shot in the heart, chalk that one up for yourself.
So
Put my hat back on and go back to playing cards.
so Dan is like, so no one else is gonna be up front.
Up front,
Yeah, he's like up against the
I mean-
window type of deal.
2 shitty wounds, I would be up front if I didn't have them.
I'm as front as you can get. I mean, come on.
oh no, you're inside up above those, so you're probably gonna be like the last person to engage unless they jump through the window.
You know, at this one townsfolk's like, I'll
I
be
thought-
with you, Dan.
I
No,
thought
it's
the
like-
balcony had outside access. I'm inside, but not really.
I am not in shape to be in the window, and I will not sacrifice the lives of others instead of mine. I will protect these people.
I purely just don't want to cramp your style. I think you look just fine up there.
He smirks.
Hit my hat, and then I'm going to clear off the table over
So,
here.
Lewis, Sean is beside you, and he's gonna talk to you in soft, having a private conversation with you. You know, he
Whisper.
talks in whispers, and he says, "So, Lewis,
Yes.
most townsfolk, they don't have the steel, the grit that you and I have, or that your companions and my brother have. And once they see these Nosferatu and they see them in their full, freaky long, okay, he wouldn't say freaky, but their full
Terror.
terror, they're gonna panic.
Yes.
Most of these guys that we've got are gonna just drop their guns and run. I don't suppose you could incognito a prayer or a spell or work some mojo to give them some steel in their souls,
Not particularly. I have something that may help, though it will not protect them from it.
Quick question to the GM.
Quick answer to the Gwen.
Okay, so out of character, if I offer them, like a kiss or something, would that help with their guts or grit or anything like that?
We're going to italicize or something in this situation.
But I'm just saying, if I give them a little extra incentive here,
Yeah, a kiss, and then I see a monster that I've never seen in my life
for
before.
everyone
Oh
who
my
kills
God.
one of these,
We understand, Gwen. We hear where you're coming from.
I'm just saying, a pretty girl can make men do crazy things.
That's true, but no.
Well,
You aren't
quick on
that pretty. Maybe when you get that +4.
What, are you kidding
She
me?
has a
I'm
+4.
very attractive.
Yeah, she has
Oh,
the
does
+4.
she?
Yeah.
I'm
I
very
don't know,
attractive.
man. This is a pretty dirty town. I think if she was, well, I'm not gonna phrase it, but if she was like, hey, this is what's up, I could see some people doing some pretty heinous things for that.
It was worth a shot. Megan's gonna be a party pooper.
Yeah, I am.
Or, oh, okay. I was gonna say, what if we had her roll some dice or
See,
something?
here's the
to
thing.
see-
Even if you make that offer, Gwen, then all these men are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna kick ass," and then they're actually gonna see a Nosferatu, and then any kind of like wishful thinking is gonna go out the window, along with them and
No, I'm
their
gonna
gun.
put him right here. Yeah, get ready to drop your gun.
I
It'll be a
didn't know
body
if
bag.
it would give them a +2 or something to their guts check or something, because they're like, the woman.
The woman.
Let's ask everybody to leave their safeties on until they get a glance at these things.
In this time period, guns didn't have.
I thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
It was a joke taken.
Actually, that brings up another thing. Whenever you guys are riding, or whenever you guys aren't expecting combat, unless you specifically tell me, or you are, of course, expecting combat, like you are right now. But anytime you're just wandering around town or wandering through the wilderness and you're not expecting combat, I'm gonna assume that all of your 6-shooters only have 5 rounds loaded, because back then they would have one empty space, locked and loaded, so that they wouldn't accidentally misfire and shoot themselves in the leg.
Except for me.
Yes.
Sounds
Yeah, I
highly
guess-
appropriate.
That's why I
Fine
said
with that.
6-shooters, not Derringers.
Whatever.
Base. Always about you.
Yeah, gosh, so
I'm still
conceited. I know
upset
you're very
because I should be able
attractive,
to blow
but
a kiss and make
dirty
them do
old
whatever I want. What fun is it being a whore? I can't make men do what I want.
well, you can. You just
that-
can't make them impervious to the fear of undead monsters.
I don't know. Some of these people, it may be their only chance to get some in life.
Well, at least
That
something.
could
At
be
least
a
something that looks like
powerful
that.
motivator.
That's true. Most of these men are probably married men, though. But
Yeah,
those that
but
aren't,
we're
yeah,
offering
they,
Again.
they definitely wouldn't mind breaking off a little something, something.
We are offering you an opportunity to sleep with an angel if you can fight a devil. Like that. That is the deal here.
All right. Well, are you actually making the offer that you will give special compensation to any man who drops a Nosferatu?
Yeah, I will.
All right then. That's on the table. So there.
Three guys dropping Nosferatu. All right, there you go.
I'm gonna be here about to shoot one, and Mad Dog's gonna come up behind me and like Achilles heel me or dead leg me, and he's gonna shoot it over me.
It has to be confirmed though. Like, it has to be like, more than just you saying that you.
You,
Think.
you have to
Sure,
have
sure.
a can of chrome, spray it all in your mouth, and go witness.
Okay, I think we've beaten this into the ground enough. So.
All right. You guys ready for a fight?
Well, I don't have a speech. I've been trying to find one. But apparently it's hard to find an speech. However, I would like to cast the inspiration spell.
Excellent.
So who here is willing to give us
Well,
Gave
you can,
one.
You can do it to. I mean, Decker just gave one, so you can do it on Decker.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna attempt to do it on
I'm
Decker,
back.
so
I think my
Doing
speech is much
it
more
on
effective.
Decker. What's up? What's up?
So it's a novice spell. So -2 + 2. I'm already it cancels out at 0 plus my wounds. So let's roll this. Yeah, no, I'm not taking the 1.
You still have a.
I'm not
You're not taking that.
I'm not taking the 1, otherwise I would get fatigue. No, actually, it would be a crisis of fate. I'm not taking that.
Okay, hang on.
I'm re-rolling it.
Go ahead and re-roll it, but I want to look up fatigue because I want to see how often
I
that
get
heals.
fatigue.
Oh, like how much time has to pass?
Yeah.
Might work like natural healing.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, in this case, Don, when we came back, I said I would prepare and remove my fatigue. That's right. I spent 6 hours removing my fatigue, and then 2 hours.
Let's
What
take
was
3
I doing for
hours
those
to
2 hours?
get rid of fatigue. I can't.
Oh, yeah.
I can't just. I'm looking all over the book right now, and I can't find where it
For
talks
me,
about
for those
fatigue.
those two fatigues, those were caused by me failing a spell.
Right,
It's
right,
3 hours per fatigue that way. And I remember when we came back, you said we had about 10 hours to prepare. So I said 3 hours for one fatigue, 3 hours for another fatigue, 3 hours for doing my ritual, and then 1 hour of doing fuck all, which is basically preparing this place. So
Okay.
I believe I would have no fatigue. That still does not remove the 1 I rolled, but I will remove my fatigue from my profile.
Got it. So you still want to
Wow.
re-roll that?
Well, yes, because if I get a 1, I get a crisis of fate. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm
Then re-roll
dealing
it.
with a crisis
Yeah.
of fate.
Take away your fatigue and. Oh wait, does it allow you to? Because sometimes when you roll a 1, it doesn't allow you to.
I believe it's a snake eye that does not allow
Right.
me to
Doesn't
reroll.
allow you to roll.
Just let me
use a
double
fate
check
chip.
it.
No, you're right. You're right. What I'm thinking of. Something different. Go ahead.
Think of
Re-roll.
me.
Crisis of fate comes out of a 1. Yeah. Okay. So as long as it's, I reroll. There you go. And then I go back to skills. I roll fate again.
Hey. All right, you succeed. What does inspiration do?
So inspiration allows someone to tell a speech in like a very rousing or good old-fashioned fire and brimstone style sermon or like speech. So what happens is that it adds a +2 to the persuasion roll used to reduce the local fear level.
Oh, that you make those rolls after you've killed the bad things.
Ooh. Well, that would be what I would have used in this
All right.
case.
In that
Outside
case,
of that, I have
I'll let him use it, but I'm also gonna let Gwen do her thing. I'm gonna let you guys fortify these townsfolk. Yeah. So
Yeah, sure. That's what I wanted.
I'm gonna let you guys make the two of you are doing it. Make persuasion rolls, and your penalty is going to be equal to the fear level of the land. So you're going to get a -4. So that just cancels out your very attractive. And with his +2, that's only going to be a -2 to you, Decker.
That's cool.
So make a
I'm
persuasion
not
check.
rolling shit.
Well, you still
I,
nailed it.
I have to make a persuasion check?
Yeah, for your speech.
Oh, that's fucking terrible.
Why?
Had
Is
I
it
known you
unskilled?
sucked at
Sounded
persuasion, I'd
could
cast
be,
it on myself.
yeah.
Unskilled with an additional
Shit.
-2.
I would have cast it on myself then, you noob.
Well, then it'd be -2. Well, man, I didn't know I had to actually make a roll for it. I thought I
Well,
could
you
just
can cast it on
talk. I
yourself,
do that.
Lewis. Well, I'm only doing it because you guys are actively trying to do it, so I'm
Okay.
I'm
Well,
rewarding
I got a
that.
-2.
Yeah.
Or
So
a
Okay,
1.
so
No, it's a -2. That's terrible.
it's -4 for the fear, -2 for.
well, it's -4 for the fear, and then you get a +2 from your spell, your power.
So total
-2.
-2.
Total
Yes.
-2. Yep.
Well, GG. I felt so. No point
Alright.
in.
So Gwen, your 3 gentlemen took your words to heart, and they are going to receive a +1 to their guts roll. Keep in mind that none of these people actually have guts, so they're just going to get a +1 to their unskilled check when the Nosferatu show up.
At
Bringing-
least it's something, though.
Bringing the penalties to a total of -4 with an unskilled check, which means the penalties are actually a total of -6. So hopefully, these guys will make it. So,
Yeah, I like that.
is everybody prepared? Does anyone want to do any more preparation?
No. I'm gonna have both my guns out.
Right, obviously.
Do I have some mass protection?
Lloyd looks that up. Anyone else? Gwen? Decker?
There's nothing I can really do. I can't do right now.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna crouch. I'm gonna make
I
sure
work
I'm
my
crouched.
ass off.
Is
When I get
is that the
shot.
kind of stuff we're talking about?
No, I'm
What's up
talking.
with
I mean,
crouch?
obviously you guys are gonna take cover, but Nosferatu are melee fighters, so cover doesn't matter anyway.
Well, I don't want to get shot from behind.
Sure.
That's a good point.
I'm talking about, like, do you guys want to do any more powers? Do you guys want to do any more
Oh.
promises of
No.
company?
No.
You know.
Good luck,
I
have
got
fun,
shit.
don't puss out.
You sure
Oh,
Decker
shit.
doesn't want to offer himself as a reward,
What?
like Gwen?
I mean,
You know?
Oh,
Decker
I don't think
does
I'm
like
that
the-
pretty.
I think he likes to go both ways.
Yeah. What if one of the 11
No, but I'm totally
townspeople
in the
is a woman?
competition. I'm just, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Some Decker booty.
Some Decker booty. All right, if that's going to be the last of your preparation, waiting on Lewis
Yes.
to. Okay, if that's going to be the last of your preparation, then I'm actually going to call our first break now, so that we don't start combat and then immediately have our break. So let's
We'll
go ahead
come
and
back
take
at
our first
9:05.
break. Yeah, we'll come back at 5 after, and then we will start that night's action.
But sucks. I got 3 white fucking bennies.